So who came up with the term or the term Bizoir?
I came up, well, Steve thought of the name, I think, Twisted Business as like an automatic. Well, of course, it's going to be a business book. I'm thinking, I got to write a book. And who knows how many shots you get at writing a book. You maybe only get one shot at writing a book. So that means I'm going to have to tell my entire story. It's going to be War and Peace all in one. It's going to be everything. It's going to be a business book and it's going to be a memoir. So I thought, wow, it's a business book and a memoir, business book, memoir, Bizoir. Oh, rom-com, romantic comedy, dramedy, dramatic comedy, Bizoir. I'm a marketer. I think of marketing ideas. So I thought, wow, it's a Bizoir. In fact, every book about a business person is a Bizoir, whether they call it a Bizoir or not, because how do you develop your theory of business without telling your story of your life? Your experiences in life tell you how you're going to run your life, meaning how you're going to run your business. And I don't care if it's Steve Jobs or anybody else, those are Bizoirs. So I decided to call it a Bizoir up front. I said to the publisher, I got you a name. You're going to call it a Bizoir, and it's going to be a Bizoir because it's a business book and a memoir. And it's broad in scope because I really understand sociological connections that make people remember. People say to me, John, you have this unbelievable memory. I'm like almost like Mary Lou Henner. I mean, she's to the extreme where she'll say that on February 15th at 3:00, I was wearing a red dress and had cottage cheese with a girlfriend, and every year she does that. I'm not that much, but I'm enough because I always was, I don't know if the word self-absorbed and narcissistic is the right term because it's too much of self-aggrandizement. I always thought that what I was watching was important. I always thought what I was experiencing was important. I always thought that I'm going to go out and I'm going to be that guy that does this crazy crap and I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell you about it because I'm going to keep my brains intact enough to tell you this is what I did. So when I became this drug dealer, the whole time I'm doing it, I'm going, this is going to make a story someday in like 40 years from now. If I don't get killed or I don't OD, it's going to be a good story, And so everything that happened became this movie in my brain about how I would go and do all these things that people wish they could do or dreamt about doing or fantasized about, drug dealing, hippies, what's it like to go see Jimi Hendrix for $1 in Central Park? My wife gave me a t-shirt that says, I'm so old. I saw Led Zeppelin on stage. And I said, no, wrong shirt. I'm so old. I saw the Grateful Dead as an opening band, so therefore I've seen a lot. And I felt like I could come back and tell about it. And what this book is me going through all this crap with the band and my life and finally saying, okay, guys, this is a life. And this is the truth about the life. Good, bad, or whatever. Steve says you got to be truthful. So when it sucked, it sucked. When it hurt, it hurt. When you made mistakes, you made mistakes. You have to come out and you have to kind of lay it all out there, which is not a comfortable thing for a lot of people because people cover their crap up with a bunch of bullshit and lies. So you're going to tell them, we fucked up here. We went bankrupt. I screwed up here, blah, 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 blah. I had 2 heart operations. I had prostate cancer. My daughter has an eye disease. That's a leading cause of blindness in girls. I mean, everything is out there. You know why? Because John Lennon said, life is what happens when you're making other plans. So here's the deal. Here's the whole deal. Here's everything. And if I hate to sound so cliched, but if one person can get anything out of this that in any way is positive towards their own view of life, then I've done my job. And when I hear people say that about their books, I go, oh God, it's so cliched. If I can help one person. But the truth is, I had a great life. I had a tough life, successful life, a failed life, failed marriages, successful marriages, had a kid. Here's the story. This is it.